So, Kenyan music. What do you know? Who do you know? Who are you listening to?
Oh my goodness.
Apart from Mr. K4.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, who I'm listening to. I was listening to K-Force. Shout out to K-Force.
Yeah.
My hands, your waist, Brandy Maina.
Oh, Brandy Maina. Vic West and yeah, that was a good one.
Oh my goodness, who is that beautiful girl that I listen to?
Zania.
Yes.
Who?
Was it Zina? Zania? Xenia.
Yeah, Xenia
Shout out
Manasseh.
to her.
Yeah.
She sounds so beautiful and looks beautiful. There's another one though.
Karun?
No.
Jovial?
She's Kikuyu.
Nadia Mukami. Oh, she's a singer.
Yes. She had a song where she like, if I was your girlfriend or something like that, or ex.
Oh, Nikita Kering.
Yes.
Nikita Kering, that's a Kalenjin name. She's not a Kikuyu. She's Kalenjin.
Kikuyu.
No.
Oh. Someone lied to me, but shout out to her. Those are the people.
Yeah, she can sing.
Those are the people that I am listening to.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, forgive me.
Yeah.
Forgive me.
Oh, okay. So how do you discover Kenyan music?
YouTube or Instagram.
YouTube. Okay.
I follow most of these people, so whenever they're posting new music, I'm listening to it just to hear how my peers are singing and what they're singing about, and you know, just for me, it's good to listen to other people, especially where you're from, to just see their journey. You know, as musicians and just creatives in general, we feel things different and we create so beautifully. We all have different visions, and we pour our hearts into our crafts. So it's always good to see people from Kenya doing what they need to do. I also listen to Bien. I love Satiso, you know, my Luya brothers.
Yeah.
So I listen to them as well. But I like listening to people back home because it makes a difference. All the African music that's being played here is mostly Nigerian and South African. And those are beautiful songs too and beautiful people. But it hits different when you're listening to people from your own country. Yeah, your roots, the 254. It's very different.
Yeah.
Because we've come a long way. Before it was only maybe a few people. But now there's just so many people doing what they need to do to represent.
Okay. And your parents, what are they listening to? Because I don't know what your parents' age range is from what to what?
They're in their mid-60s.
Late 60s? Mid-60s. Oh, so mid-60s, they must have come from the era where Kenyans listened to a lot of Lingala.
Yes, my dad loves Franco, my mom loves Yondo's Sister, the Mushrooms.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I know all of those songs, the old school songs.
Hakuna Matata, Kenya Inchi Nzuri. Okay.
Oh, Mama Idi. Oh, Mama Idi. All those songs. I know all of them. My dad had the cassettes, especially the ones I used to flip the A and B sides. And we would just drive all over like different states and just listen to all of that music. Okay. But my mom, Yondo's Sister, was her favorite girl. And I always listened to her.
Bazoo, there's that song.
I love it. Especially the album that she had in 1993, because I was born in 94. So the album she had in 1993, I know all of those videos, all of those songs, like from back to back. There's literally videos of me dancing to Yondo's Sister, and I'm just a baby, just shaking my hips.
Okay.
So all those old school songs.
So you have how many siblings?
I only have one brother.
Yeah, younger, older?
Younger, I'm the oldest.
Oh, okay. So you're both Americans, like fully American. Okay. So now you're doing music?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So you go by Lady Gendi?
No, just Gendi.
Just Gendi. Oh, okay. And this is like a short form of Kiba Gendi?
Yes, my last name.
Oh, your last name.
So it's an honor to who I am, where I come from. My father also has a very beautiful voice.
Yeah.
So I wanted to honor him in my name, just so when people know, when they hear Gendi, they know that comes from. He calls himself the OG Gendi when people, when he meets people, because that's his name. So it was an honor to him and my family, just as who we are. My grandparents were also very musical. Yeah. So it's just an honor and tribute to my people.
Okay. What's that noise? There's a noise in the background. I don't know if people can hear it. But no, we won't cut. I'm just asking.
Oh,
probably a weed whacker?
No. This is motherfucking land.
Oh yeah, they're mowing the lawn.
Okay. Because it's interesting. It's close to 7 p.m. and as you can see, there's still light. This is one of the most confusing things about America. It's also good.
Like at 8:39.
Yeah. because it's summertime. So the way the sun is rotating up until September, we have longer days with sun.
Shorter nights.
Yeah, shorter nights. Longer days, shorter nights.
In winter time, we have longer nights.
So right now the sun comes up at 6 going on 7 in the morning, and then it doesn't go down until about 8 or 9 in the evening. So that's why people love summer so much here.
Yeah. But you can also So as Gendi, have you released like any music on any DSP, or you still?
Yes. No, I have released some music, more so R&B and neo soul on Apple Music and Audio Mac. So the project that I am currently working on will be my first Afro beats project that I'm really proud of.
Yeah.
I went back to my roots, and what people don't know is that I've always sang in Swahili since I was a kid. The choirs that I was in school, I had a music director. His name was Mr. Labar, and I worked with him from the ages of 11 until 18, and he would always choose South African songs and songs in Swahili. So what he would do is the songs in Swahili, he'd bring me the sheet music. He was like, I know you read this, just bring it home so you and your dad can go through it, because I can read Swahili and I can sing it. So he was like, bring it home so you and your dad can translate it for me. I would record us talking and singing it and writing the syllables of each so we can teach my friends, because my school was a mixture of all different cultures, whether it was white, Caribbean, Spanish, but I've always sing in Swahili, so it's always so easy for me. And I said I want to tap back into my roots as a young adult now, being more serious about music. Before I would post songs and like remixes on SoundCloud and do covers of songs. I was in between school and work, but now that I've achieved a lot of success in those realms, I really wanted to take my music seriously and get back to my roots and honor my people.
Okay. So you've said like people can find your music. It's already out?
Yes, Apple Music, Spotify, Audio Mac.
Okay.
I have a lot of videos on YouTube. Gendi the Official. So
yeah, and then there's another song that people need to know. Like I talked about this. It's called Sherehe. You did the chorus with Mr. K4. So people need to look out for that. That's some shit. That song is really good. Like we were listening to it while like driving to DC.
Yes. So that's an unreleased song. It hasn't been put out yet.
Yeah, that's why I'm starting to hype it.
No, it'll definitely be put out as a single, Nishere.
Yeah.
It'll definitely be put out as a single. I'll probably put it on the project as a bonus. You know, people do remixes to their projects or a deluxe. Probably put it on the deluxe, but it is a good vibe song. I'm excited
it's
that
a really
you
good
like
vibe song. Yeah. And I also have to ask you about Kenyan politics. Who do you know? Like, who's the president of Kenya right now?
I know Ruto, President Ruto.
Yes.
So
you say Ruto.
Ruto. Yeah, I know him.
You see now, at least right now, I can also the same way I couldn't say water, you can't say Ruto. Try again.
Oh no, I can say it.
Say it.
It just won't sound right.
No, it just won't sound right. My accent is so American. Ruto.
You see, not Ruto. It's Ruto.
The T is too strong.
Yeah. What about Uhuru?
Like I said, I've heard of him, but
yes. But I know how to say. How do you say the name Uhuru? You say it.
Oh no, I'm not embarrassing myself.
No, try. We see.
How? Say it again.
Uhuru. No, Uhuru. Yes, you've tried. No, at least. I think it was the ooh sound.
Yeah, that's
Kibaki.
Kibaki, yeah, I've heard of him.
Kibaki. Okay, you've tried. Ruto is the one that. Ruto is like you saying Ruto is like me saying water.
I can't.
We're all still trying to figure out how to pronounce.
I hope he doesn't cancel me.
No. They can't cancel it. They have to understand. It's like I think accents are interesting because like where you're born ends up determining how you talk.
Absolutely.
Kids right now are different.
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like
they know everything.
Yeah. Like even my kid is in Africa, but if she showed up here, it would take her like a month to adjust. Because I see like my kid joking around with my niece, and they try the American accent, and I'm there like I can never do this shit. But for them, since they've been small, they've been able to hear that accent.
Yeah.
When we were kids, I remember like my kindergarten teacher used to call milk miyok. So that's where I'm coming from. Miyok. Milk was miyok. How the fuck did the O? Where the fuck did the O come from?
Say it like that.
Yeah, they say miyok. You see, so yeah. But now you have the interesting coincidences where, for example, in Britain they say April. But in America they say
April.
Kikuyus call it
I don't know what they
April.
call it. Oh, do they call
Yes,
it
yes.
April also?
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's interesting. So that happens, but language is so interesting.
Yeah.
The fact that and then this is the interesting thing when an African when a foreigner fucks up with African languages, and I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about like the whites. Africans will be there like but when we come to this side and we fuck up the English, they're like I don't know. Maybe that also says a lot about Africa, where we accept people as they are. Like you've tried.
We accept other people. For me, as a Kenyan American, if I mess up on something, this is something you should know.
Yeah, they've told you that. Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Especially as a kid, and that's why when we were talking about identity crisis, me having friends who are from different parts of the diaspora went through those same things. When family members or trusted family friends are around you and you're trying to speak your language and learn, and they're
condescending.
Not even condescending, but they put you down when you don't say something correctly. It discourages you from even trying again because you're embarrassed. You're a kid and there's adults bullying you for not being able to speak a language that you're trying to learn.
Yeah. Because I've also learned like a lot of stuff from the American culture. Like one of the things we don't do in Kenya is we don't hold doors for people.
Yeah, no.
But here, you do it automatically.
Yeah.
Because Kenya, America has the mind your business shit.
Yes.
But
depending on
also
the region.
Yes. So now if you're going to Walmart, someone will hold the door for you. Chipotle, whatever. Okay, Walmart, it's automatic. But I'm just like, let's say a Chipotle or whatever. Someone is holding the door for you. Kenya, if I'm going to Java, fuck you. If the door is going to hit you, like I'm going to spend my money here. I don't care how you come in. So you have that, and so I think it's a cultural thing.
Yes.
And then maybe when you're a kid, you don't know how to hit back. Because if I could say Maji the way you say it, let me just use Maji, and someone talks shit, I'd be like, go bring me, say it the right way. So it's bullshit. So, but I understand. Yeah. But so this is Gendi. Look out for her music.
Yes.
Look out for a single coming out soon.
Very soon.
Mr. K4 featuring Gendi. It's called Sherehe. I'm telling you about it. That song is fire.
But also there's another single that's coming out before that called Fighting Through.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
It's the two of you still?
No, it's just me.
It's just you.
It's just me.
Okay. Fighting Through. What is it about?
Fighting through life.
Oh, okay.
Fighting through your struggles and persevering through it all.
Yeah.
I'm making sure this time around. I was telling a friend, I said before, R&B music is cool and I'll always have that because that's what I grew up around outside of Lingala and other genres of music. But before, when I first started music, R&B was my thing. So I would be so immersed in, the sad girl era, and I'm not sad anymore, Growing pains. So with growing pains, I want to put out in my music in a more positive light, in a different perspective than, why is it me? And now just be, okay, well, it is me, and this is how I'm getting through it.
Yeah, okay.
Because music transcends through all, and you're supposed to relay messages based on the times that you're in. So for me, I want to give people love and give people hope, because that's what I want for myself.
Okay.
So the things that I want for myself, I give it to people in music, which is love, light, and new perspective on life.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. And then also that's another thing about music. Music is also like therapy.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So music gives you a chance to heal.
Absolutely.
Like
that's why it's very important to put out music that will stand the test of time.
Yeah.
Because you never know who needs that message. You never know who might need a pick-me-up after going through a really rough day. So I'm praying when Fighting Through comes out that it helps people.
Yeah. So are you a student of human history? Because when I look at humanity, like some of the things that I always ask myself how they happened is, how did we come up with music? How did we know that we could manipulate sound to make ourselves happy, sad? How do we come up with that? Like right now music is everywhere. So we just assume. But some human had to start singing. They had to do like, then people are like, that sounds good, do it again.
But even people started banging on drums just to express their feelings, and that's back home. People are
Yeah.
banging on pans. People are just shouting in the sky, just expressing their feelings. So I'm a nerd for sure. You can
Yeah.
ask anyone around me. I love reading.
Yeah.
Actually, when my brother and I were growing up, my dad got us a pocket dictionary and a pocket thesaurus, which is why I'm using all of these extravagant American words.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I love history. I love learning why certain things happened, how things have happened, why they were created, who created it.
Yeah.
Because I always say you never know where you're going if you don't know where you're from.
Yeah.
So I like learning everything. Sometimes knowing too much can
Yeah,
be a
doesn't
lot,
help. Yeah. Yeah.
but I do think it's important to know.
So what do you
A
find
lot.
fascinating? Because to me it's music, another thing is salt. Those two. Because salt, I'm always like, how the fuck did you discover that this one thing will make all food taste better? Like, what the hell is going on here? Have you ever had like such a thing where you're like, so with even salt, like sometimes I ask myself, does salt make food taste better, or does it make our tongues be able to taste the food? So the food tasted like that before. You just needed the salt to make you. It's some
never
nerd
thought
shit.
about it
That's
like
some
that.
nerd shit.
It is. It is. I've
Yeah.
never thought about it like that. Me, I've always loved to know about the human mind and human behaviors.
Yeah.
Why people are the way they are and what did they go through for them to act like this. So that's why I studied psychology.
Oh, okay.
So I'm
okay.
always observing people since I was young. I'd be quiet. I would hear certain things, which is why I'm pretty sure some of my parents were speaking in our native tongues and not teaching me because I was very nosy.
Yeah.
So if they were talking back home about some things, they probably didn't want me to repeat it around
Oh, okay.
anyone else.
Yeah.
That's what I'm assuming. But I've always loved to learn about the human mind. With music,
Yeah.
I never really had a specific favorite genre. I just liked when music made me feel something. Like if I was feeling happy, if I was feeling sad, if I was feeling excited, just from the beat itself or what they were saying or the chants, like as long as the music was full of emotion and full of power, I've always liked it. So I've always wondered, what are people doing to make the music sound like this? And then when I started making my own and seeing people's reactions to it, I finally understood.
Yeah.
When you're putting your all and you're not holding back and just pouring yourself into it, it transcends. That's why I say it's very important for artists and just creatives in general to be mindful of the gifts that they're sharing, because
Yeah.
God has blessed us with something that a lot of people wish they can have and only few can be very successful about it, which is why I'm being very, very intentional with the music that I'm putting out.
Okay.
So,
Okay, but yeah, thank you, and yeah, let's continue continue doing your thing,
thank you.
and also let's continue to be nerds.
Yes.
I think nerds run the world.
They do.
I feel like the era of the whatever.
it's cool.
gangster.
It's cool to be smart.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
very cool to be smart. Don't let anyone tell you that, oh, you're a nerd, you're not cool.
I have to ask that. Like,
Yes.
sorry, we keep stopping and
It's
then continue.
okay.
That's Iko Nini. So, how is it here? Because when we are kids in Kenya, we want to be doctors, lawyers, engineers. You know, that's what we want to be. We rarely want to be rappers or footballers. How is it? Like, what sort of school did you go to? Was it a predominantly black American or predominantly white? Your school was?
Okay, so when I lived in New Jersey, I went to a Catholic school, so it
Yeah.
was predominantly white and
Okay.
Asian.
Okay. So those
when I-
kids wanted to be what when they grew up? When
Doctors, lawyers, engineers. But I left that school when I was 8 years old, and then we
Yeah.
moved to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
When I moved to Pennsylvania, it was multicultural because it's
Yeah.
people coming from New York, New Jersey, all these inner cities and coming up into a suburb.
Yeah. What did they want to be?
Everybody wanted to be everything. Like
Okay.
most of the people that I graduated with are doctors, they're lawyers, engineers, and even those people who are those things also are DJs. Some of them
okay,
are
okay.
comedians who have been on TV. Some of them have their own podcast, and these are
Okay.
people I was in high honors and
Okay, so I guess it's
classes with. Yeah.
It's cool to be smart in America because I thought I'd hear that they all wanted to be rappers, basketballers, and all that bullshit.
There were some who did want to be basketball
There's
players.
nothing
and
wrong with that.
No, there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with it because in America there's such a high market for people. If you're really good, you get paid very well.
Yeah.
But just in anything that you get paid very well for, you have to sacrifice a lot to be in
and you have
those
to be
positions.
the best of the best. Not
You
all
have
of
to be.
us.
You-
Like out of 1,000 people, it's only one.
5%. if you're in the 6%, you're out of there. That comes with education, that comes with music, that comes with sports. It's very competitive. So you have to really hone in those skills when you're young. And for me, even when I was young, I always knew I was going to be a singer. And I was even telling one of my best friends, I said, I knew when I was 8 I was going to be a singer, but I knew it wasn't going to really happen for me how I wanted it to until I was 30.
Okay.
And I knew that because I'm like, well, I'm Kenyan. I got to go to school. I got to get these degrees. You know, that way I have those. Not even just in case, but no one can take those away from me. You know what I mean? So I knew, I said, okay, I'm just going to do what I can. I'm going to practice. And then when I have everything that I need for myself, I'm going to push through head on.
You went to which university?
It's called East Stroudsburg University. It's in Pennsylvania. So I got my bachelor's degree in psychology and then my master's degree in management and leadership. And I focused
Same
on
university.
And I focused on public administration. So I learned a lot about policies that they do in DC.
Okay. So that was the interesting thing when you said that you liked studying human behavior. I was like, then you need to like spend some time at the Kenyan parliament and just study these motherfuckers and see why they just corrupt. Like this fucking corrupt motherfucker. Like,
but being around Kenyans in general and being around the older generation of Kenyans is why I really wanted to study human behavior, because there were a lot of ignorant things people would be saying. And of course, being a nosy kid, I'm listening to these conversations and I'm like, I wonder why you're thinking like that and why and what happened in your life for you to be this way.
This stupid.
Not even stupid, but just ignorant and wrong about certain things. And that's why I said, because I was so confident and I had parents who loved me, if someone would disrespect me in a sense of, oh, you should be doing this and you should be doing that. I said, well, at least I can become president. I'm like, you're not, like, I had comebacks. You know what I mean? I'm like, at least I could become president here if I wanted to. Or I would say, well, at least, you know, I'm a U.S. citizen. Like, I was one of those kids.